Hello, everyone, and welcome back to JaianMusic Notes. This is going to be the last solo episode for a minute. I wanted you to really get introduced to this format, but now I had all these guest episodes that I've been recording, and they just kind of need to get out there because there's so many interesting facets of anime music I want to discuss and break down original soundtracks. So yes, the next few chunk of episodes are going to be guest episodes. They are coming to you, and I'm so excited for you to listen to them all. Welcome back to JaianMusic Notes, the podcast where I break down my anime music covers, and sometimes I have people to break down entire anime soundtracks with me. Today, it's just me, and I will be breaking down my cover of Unravel from Tokyo Ghoul, a iconic song. We already did Chala Hai Chala, Sadness and Sorrow, My Neighbor Totoro. I really want to hit all of the biggest pieces of my discography. And for this cover, it's a really big deal for me because this song essentially kickstarted the entirety of Anime Anthems, my series of albums. But before we get into all of that, let's thank the sponsor of today's episode. And you know them, you love them, I love them too. Laser Audio Technologies. Their incredible audio plugins allow me to produce music at the highest quality. If you're an audiophile or a creator looking to level up your sound, check out their products and use code JaianMusic for 25% off. Supporting Laser Audio Technologies helps me produce more episodes and fund the podcast, such as GoPro Kyo, who does all of the artwork for this show. So please go give them a follow, linked in the description. Unravel is known for its intense emotions and gripping melody. It's a song that resonates with so many fans, and in this episode I really wanted to explore the artistic choices that transform this high energy anime opening into a very laid back and introspective lo-fi track. Like I said earlier, this cover is a part of my Anime Anthems Volume 1. It's linked in the description, so please go give it a listen at the end of this episode. Or right now if you just don't want to, if you want to listen to it without the context. Anyway, you flip-flop the way you want to. I created a drumless version of this song as well to highlight the song's intricate melodic beauty. So whether you're a diehard Tokyo Ghoul fan or just here for some music, let's unravel my process together. You see what I did there? All right. So Unravel, originally composed by Toru Kitajima. He's better known for his stage name, TK, from the Japanese band Ling Tensai Tsugur. Unravel is regarded as one of the most iconic anime openings of all time. It was first released in 2014, and this track has a dynamic blend of melodic complexity and raw emotion, immediately capturing the essence of Tokyo Ghoul's dark psychological narrative. And the vocal delivery here with its aching, sweeping intensity perfectly mirrors the internal struggle of characters like Kaneki that transform into half ghoul, and there's this total duality to them. To me, I mentioned this in a future episode, but there's a lot of duality in the music between the original and the character as well. And I'll leave that for a special episode that will be coming down the pipe. Fun fact about Unravel: it really quickly became a breakout song. It's not just within the anime community. It's definitely one of those songs that burst onto the music scene and has had successes that transcend anime, with the song frequently being covered by artists all over YouTube, all over the internet. For me, it was essential to approach this track with a deep respect for its emotional core, while also transforming into a more mellow lo-fi aesthetic that I was going for Anime Anthems Volume 1, which was all about just a lo-fi EP, just 3 tracks, 1 drumless version, so 4 total tracks, linked in the description like I said. The creative process. So My slowed lo-fi approach to Unravel, this version is all about capturing the song's emotional depth while stripping away some of the intensity to create something soothing and, like I said, introspective. I chose to slow the tempo, which gives the song a completely different feel. It transforms the frantic energy of the original into something that's more meditative and laid back. The drums are simple but effective. I didn't want it to overpower the atmosphere. Just keep it really minimal. A gentle kick, simple snare, a little bit of hi-hats, and a shaker to just hold it all together. These elements create a light, steady rhythm that anchors the track without stealing the focus from the more delicate parts of the arrangement, which is the textures of the bells that I use to put it all together. For the melody, like I said, I went with bells. Bells are special for me. That they're really like an instrument that I love going towards when creating this more ambient lo-fi type of music. Because of its ethereal quality, the bell tone is perfect for capturing the fragile nature of the melody, and it really fits the vibe that I was aiming for. I didn't just do one bell though. You'll hear in my cover there's also a layered shimmering bell that's drenched in the reverb. The reverb effect is key. It creates a lush atmospheric sustain that allows each note to bleed into the next. So it forms this just continuous shimmering cloud of sound that supports the initial melody, and it gives the melody altogether this otherworldly feeling, adding more emotional depth, I find. And then so you got that nice melody set together and the drums, and that's great. And you now have like a musical structure, but I find that the bass line, the synth bass I use, is where it gets interesting. It's very subtle but foundational. It ties everything together. I designed it to have a deep, warm, almost velvety texture. It's not in your face, but it has enough presence to support the frequencies of the bells and not override them. The bass line's role is to provide substance, to hold the track together in place, allowing the bells and the atmosphere to shine through. And it serves as a harmonic foundation, ensuring that the melody has a solid support. And that's one of the most important elements of this cover. A contrast with that. I carefully controlled how the different layers interacted, and there are moments when the track feels sparse and intimate, letting bells take the center stage. Then there are other sections where the sound fills out a bit more, creating a richer, more textured experience. This ebb and flow is what gives the song like a nice range, and it's just not like just a dry thing. And then, like, to speak a little bit here on the drumless version of the track, this version, I removed all percussive elements because at some point as this was being worked on, I noticed that, like, if you just mute the drum bus, the absence of drums allows you to get this, like, very version where you can hear the subtleties of all the bells coming together, especially at the end, because I do this like really long crossfade into a completely wet reverb that I really liked doing. And so you can focus way more on the ebb and flow of the melody, the way it's paced, and the way that the notes interact with each other. It's a way to showcase how much emotional complexity is embedded within the song structure without the driving force of the drums. It feels almost like you're hearing a song in its rawest, most stripped down version. So yeah, that's how it came together. Like, Unravel is a really important piece to me, so I wanted to approach it with a lot of detail and kickstart Anime Anthems Volume 1 with it. So yeah, that's a wrap on today's episode of JaianMusic Notes. I hope this breakdown of my slowed lo-fi cover of Unravel gave you a deeper understanding of the choices that went on into creating this track, from the simple drums to the atmospheric bells and the subtle yet essential bass synth. Every element was designed to evoke a certain feeling and bring out the emotional essence of Unravel. So if you haven't already, go check out the cover. Link in the description. All available through Anime Anthems Volume 1. Don't forget to subscribe to JaianMusic Notes and your favorite podcatcher. This podcast is all about anime music, guest episodes, solo breakdowns, and much more coming down the pipe in 2025. I'm so excited to give you the behind the scenes. Don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube, on all of the platforms that you listen to podcasts on in your favorite podcatcher. Leave us a 5-star review. Use code JaianMusic at checkout over at Laser Audio Technologies, and follow me on social media at JaianMusic. And don't forget, give GoPro Kyo a follow. He also does all of the artwork for this podcast, and we really appreciate his work. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.